Um, Welcome. This is Darren Donner from Modern Mahjong, and we are here for our Modern Mahjong Laura Geller Zoom. Many of you usually join us for Mahjong strategies, to see beautiful sets, to learn about the new card. And today we're doing something a little bit different. For over a year and a half, many of us have completely changed our makeup routine, or even have gone without it, or maybe lipstick for the occasional Zoom. And now we're tired of seeing ourselves stare back at the Zoom screen. And a lot of us are getting ready to go in-person play. And we thought this would be a perfect time to collaborate with Laura and Johnny. Throughout the chat, Chelsea from Laura Geller Beauty will be monitoring the chat and will be asking any questions. So please feel free, if there's anything you want to know more about or want to interact, just interrupt by chatting. So some quick introductions before we get started. As a New York City makeup artist, Laura had the opportunity to work behind the scenes on Broadway stars and broadcast personalities. She expanded her business by having a highly successful Upper East Side makeup studio, and she operated that for over 20 years. When the opportunity came to develop her own line, Laura developed makeup for the real woman based on the belief that beauty is for everyone and should be uncomplicated, inclusive, and fun. Laura launched her brand on QVC 25 years ago, and it remains the longest standing cosmetic company on the channel. In 2011, Laura was honored by the City of Hope in recognition of her generous support of multiple cancer-focused charities. And it is something that Donna and I strongly believe, that Mahjong goes with mitzvah. So our tournament starts tomorrow, we are teaming up with a charity that Laura is on the board of, which is Cancer and Careers. We are thrilled to have Laura join us tonight as both the founder of Laura Geller Beauty and as Johnny's model. And Johnny is an international beauty expert, brand ambassador, and on-air spokesperson. He's been sought after professional makeup artist, hairstylist, and beauty education consultant for more than 20 years. His clients include A-list celebrities, TV personalities, models for television, film, entertainment, publishing, and fashion. Johnny's work has been seen on Paris runways for designer fashion shows, and he regularly conducts beauty education training seminars and workshops for professional artists at major cosmetic companies, including Revlon, MAC, and Aveda. Sorry for making you guys blush. So, as I said before, Chelsea will be taking care of, Johnny, you are gorgeous, Jeanette just said. So.
Thank you. I'll take it.
So Chelsea, their marketing director, will be monitoring all of the questions in the chat. And Don and I are actually, for one time, we're going to mute ourselves until the end. So we will be in the chat just like all of the rest of you. So we would like to turn over the Zoom now to Johnny and Laura, and thank you for being here.
Wow. Thank you so
that
much,
was so
Dara.
nice,
that
Laura.
was really, what a beautiful introduction.
That was so nice.
Thank you
I'm
so
honored
much.
and flattered.
Yes,
right?
me too.
Oh, wow.
Whenever somebody speaks about us like that, I'm always like, I did that?
I know, right? I know.
For those of you who don't know who I am so thrilled to be part of this tonight. And I really felt like, I don't think you would probably really just need to see Johnny working on my face.
Right.
Although we have the products here, we have them lined up, because he made me up before we came out, because I was like, I am not coming out on here without makeup.
And I wouldn't let him.
And just so everybody knows, I am the total lazy girl guide to makeup, because the truth be told, I can do a gorgeous makeup, and
Yes, you
being
can.
that we're makeup artists.
Yes, you can.
But in my everyday life, there is no way I'm doing what I have to do when I go on air or when I do something like this. So we really just wanted to give a shortcut tonight to everybody, to give you the opportunity to tell you what minimally you can do, so that if the doorbell rings, if you are getting on a Zoom, if you've got to leave the house, like, those are the kind of things. That's my lifestyle. My lifestyle is not about going out to black tie affairs anymore. Those days are
just
over.
to make yourself feel good. You know, you take a shower and you put your favorite top on or favorite pair of shoes. Makeup's the same way. It's just making you feel good. You don't have to have a reason.
That's very true.
You know.
So I really want to welcome all of you and thank you for being here tonight. And I just want to say, please feel free to ask questions. It doesn't have to be makeup related. It could be anything, although I may not answer it and Johnny may not answer it.
No, I'm going to answer them.
Oh, see, he will, I won't. And so you're in my home in New York City. I live on the east side of Manhattan on Sutton Place. And we are very excited to just start giving you some great little tips. And I think, for those of you who don't know, Cancer and Careers, let me just give you a little background on why I chose that charity tonight. I've been a board member of Cancer and Careers for I don't know how many years. And basically what you should know, right, is that for anybody, male or woman, any age, anybody who gets that diagnosis, we all know what happens. You just, it's the most painful thing and you don't know how to navigate. What do you do? Whether you're working from home or in the workplace, Cancer and Careers is a free service that helps you free of charge navigate. How do you keep your job? What do you tell your bosses? What are your rights legally? Can you, ask for time off, whatever it is that's a burning question to you so that you don't feel like, oh my God, I'm going to lose my job. Yeah. And so Cancer and Careers has been, it's the only charity of its kind in the world. And it's become very well known. So I just want to let you know that is why I'm on the board of that charity, because cancer has hit home, as it probably has for every single one in this room tonight. So I think you all know how important it is to maintain work when you're going through something like that. So let me just get started by telling you what Johnny did to me tonight before I came on air.
Oh, wait, can I say something?
You could say whatever you want.
I want to say something so important is that as our society is becoming whole again and we're moving forward and we're all getting more vaccinated and COVID has taught us so many things, lipstick is back.
Yeah.
And it's one of the things that I missed so much because we all had our mouths covered. So it was all about the eyes. But ladies, gentlemen, lipstick is back and I couldn't be happier.
Oh God, me too.
Oh,
me too. Oh, Chelsea too. So, I mean, for those of you who are bold enough to put your faces on this screen tonight, God bless you. That's what I want to say to you guys. And for those of you who are hiding behind there, because maybe you're thinking, I'm not showing my face, I'm not made up. I don't care. We're so not standing in judgment. So I'm really proud of you gals and guys that are putting your pictures up. And let's see how many people put their picture up tonight, because I'm not judging.
Right. No, and we'll give you all kinds of tips and tricks, so don't be afraid.
So I also want to mention that everyone who's on the call should stay until the end, because we're going to pick 3 winners.
Oh, right.
That are going to get your products, which includes Spackle Hydrate, Best of the Best Baked Palette, and Modern Classic Lipstick Divine. So you're going to get lipstick. 3 winners. You got to be on the call at the end. So
what I did was I said before this event, I said, what I want to do is really just pick the things that are absolutely necessary for what I do when I'm running out of the house. So it's, I'm not going to show you an eyeshadow palette with a bunch of beautiful colors. That's a great thing to have. And you should all have it. And by the way, that's part of the winning thing that I picked out for you. But these are pencils that we call kajals. They're eyeliner and eyeshadow pencils. And I just want to say, for those of you who have said, I'm not wearing eyeliner anymore because it runs on me, even though it says it's waterproof, it still runs, or I don't have a steady hand, or I don't know how to put it on. I'm going to share, and Johnny's going to share some great tips tonight. But this particular pencil, I don't know what's in here. All I can tell you is that it doesn't run, it doesn't come off, it doesn't flake, it doesn't smudge. And so it was designed as an eyeliner, but I actually use it as an eyeshadow on my whole lid. But once you put it on, you've got to work quickly with your finger to blend it in, because once it's on, it sets. So for those of you who are looking to minimize your routine, there's a color. It's called Smoky Quartz.
That's it.
And can we make sure, Chelsea, that all this information is in? Yeah. So Smoky Quartz, a lot of these KAJAL eyeliners are just eyeliners, but some of them can be cheated and used as eyeshadows. Smoky Quartz, for whatever color wardrobe you're going to wear. I don't care if it's pink, fuchsia, brown, beige, black. This color will be your new best friend. And for those of you who are watching and going, wait a minute, my lids are hooded, they're not smooth anymore. I am telling you, you put this on, you don't have to put anything under it. It goes on as a gorgeous eyeshadow and it does not move. So that is what's on my lid. I just literally, Johnny just put it on and blended it in with his finger. That's it.
Right. And this eyeliner, for everybody who's always been afraid of eyeliner or think it's too much or don't know how to use it, this is the eyeliner that I want you to use. This is the one that I recommend because of the chubby pencil that's here and because of the heavy pigment or the rich pigments in here and because it glides so easy, it's virtually mistake proof. You're going to love this one.
And because it's chubbier than a skinny liner, I never intended it to be that you need to be
That
precise.
Right, that precise.
Like you put this on and it does the work for you. And just a couple backup tips for those of you watching. I don't know how many of you are standing when you're doing your makeup, but literally you should be sitting down.
I love that tip.
No, it's so important. Like I'm sure many of you are like leaning over like the sink and like trying to get to the mirror. Like honestly, Sharon's laughing over there.
Right.
Sharon, that's a no-no.
No, you keep going because you know you do it and it's good. That's
and
all right.
so is Sheila and Jeanette laughing. I see who's laughing because I know who does it. So if you have a mirror like this close to you, and I always say, get a 10-time makeup mirror. Like I can't see anymore. Or 5-time. I mean, maybe you're not as bad as me. But the harsher the mirror, the better you're going to look. Because if you look good in a 10-time makeup mirror, you can go outside and feel proud because I guarantee you, Jeanette and Sheila and Sharon, and maybe a little bit of Barbara over there, I don't know. I'm sure when you do it, if I run into you, I'm thinking, I got to clean up that liner a little bit. So get a 10-time makeup mirror or 5-time to 10-time and have it this close to you and sit down because then you can anchor your elbow when you're doing your liner and you'll get much more steady hand when you're doing it.
Right. No floating hands and eyes. That anchor that's here that Laura's talking about is invaluable to do. Yeah, absolutely. And like Laura said, no one's going to see you in that 10-time mirror. That's how people, they don't view you that way. But if you view yourself that way and look good in that, imagine what you're going to look good to someone who has you in normal vision.
That's
Laura
right.
has a question.
Yes.
Can you use it to line upper and lower lids?
Yeah. So Johnny's going to use the black on me right now, even though I have it on. I use that Smoky Quartz, not just on my lid, but I use it under my lower lashes as well, because I like pulling the same color right under the lower lashes. By the way, I'm drinking a little Whispering Angel tonight, so I'm schwitzing over here. Where's that remote control for the fan? Do you see it?
It's over there by the pizza box.
I got to make the fan a little
We had
hotter.
pizza, so it's by the pizza box.
So,
wait, close your eye now.
Okay. So he's putting the black, like you got to get it close to the base of the lashes. And by the way, black, just so everybody knows, is my color recommendation to every one of you. Marilyn, Linda, Lynn, Erica, Gail, all of you who are hiding behind the camera there, I just want you to know.
And for anybody who ever said that you have to draw a one complete line, don't listen to that. Look what I just did to Laura. Small little fragments and strokes to create one single line. Just go very, very slowly. Whatever your hand does, you can start from the inner corner, the outer corner.
Joanne, what are you drinking over there?
Start from either side, meet in the middle.
Joanne, are you drinking a little Whispering Angel, Joanne? Oh, I like it.
You are both so lovely and down to earth.
Oh, Joanne.
Makeup class.
Oh, so don't worry about that.
Let me tell you, I am going to start. I'm going to be that person that writes the book called The Lazy Girl Guide to Makeup, because even though I'm a makeup artist, if you think I take the time every day, you're so wrong. I got to do what little I can do to get out quick. Okay.
Now, there's one more. Laura likes to sweep the one color all around. I like to play with the colors. So black on top for sure.
Yeah.
That's a mantra of Laura Geller, and I believe in that. And on the bottom, I like to use something a little bit softer. And I also like to go inside the waterline, which is inside that rim of your eye. So we're just going to put a touch right here, and you're going to see.
What color is this?
This is the amethyst.
Oh, amethyst for anybody who wants their eyes to look more hazel, more green. Whether you're brown eyes or blue eyes, amethyst is the most gorgeous color, but for underneath the lower lashes. Amethyst is so pretty. It has a taupey tone to it, so you'll never look harsh in it.
It's a brownie, taupey, purpley kind of burgundy. It's a little of all of that.
Yeah.
And when you put something in your waterline, do you ever notice the inside of your eye can turn very red and it gives you that tired look? So if you sort of adhere some of this kajal to it, you're going to see that it opens your eyes, it brightens your eyes, and it shapes your eyes.
Yeah.
Also, it's caffeine enriched.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
So just wakes you up. So it looks like you got 8 hours of sleep.
Good point. Good. Caffeine soothes your eye. Caffeine wakes you up. I love that.
And
8
like,
hours of sleep in a pencil, ladies.
I love that.
Caffeine is great. And for Barbara and Jeanette and Sharon, Mitzi, all my gals with glasses, like honestly, even if you think for a minute that like people can't see the shape of your eye anymore, like this is where I have a couple mantras. Eyeliner may be the most important thing. If you didn't do anything else, I'll be happy if you do just liner, because it brings out the shape of the eye. It makes the eye look more open, even if it's hooded. Like even if you don't see your lid anymore, you still need to put a dark line at the base on the top. The bottom should be softer, much softer, but at the top it should be dark, because it'll bring out the shape of your eyes. So I really want to express that we chose these things based on my lifestyle, but I think it's everybody's lifestyle now. It's like, what's quick, what's easy, and what's gonna last. Because if you're gonna take the time to do it, I don't want you taking the time and worrying that it's gonna fade or come off.
Right, waterproof.
Laura, I can never get eyeliner on the bottom. I could never get it on.
No,
well, this one you might be able to, because it's that chubby pencil. So if you just hold it, I'm going to do it, I'm not going to put it on, but just hold it sort of flat like this instead of coming at you in that point, just like this, and sort of just very gently push it across. You're going to get that line that you want. Look what's happening right there. Just easy. There's no precision necessary. And that's why you've always had problems, because most eyeliners are so thin, you need precision.
Exactly.
This is completely the opposite.
We don't want you to have a thin line. We don't want it to be precise. And Barbara, and for anybody who, to Barbara's question that she can never get the liner on the bottom, because I see many of you when I go out and I see that you don't. A lot of women will just do the bottom or they'll just do the top. I think it's very important that you do both. But I think it may be because if you're using a pencil, it may not be depositing enough pigment, Barbara.
Right.
And these deposit, like one stroke, you get so much pigment from these. So that's why I chose these, because we make other ones, trust me, and they're good, but they're not like this.
Right.
So I picked this, and by the way, there is a sharpener on the end of each one. A lot of people get these and don't realize there's a sharpener. I've never sharpened them. And frankly, Johnny tells me what he does. He just wipes it on a tissue to get back the point, because it does have a point. I don't know if you could see that. It does have a point when you get it, but over time from usage, it will start to get like a little thicker.
And these are Lux. They're rich in pigment and they're Lux. So it's very easy just to rub it on a tissue. You'll get that point back if you want it. Personally, sometimes I never sharpen them. I like the roundness of the top because I don't want that precision line.
Yeah. Well, I like the precision on the top.
Yeah.
But on the bottom, I don't care about precision. I just want it soft on the bottom.
So we have a question in the chat. Sometimes mature women feel that liner under the eye ages them. Any advice for that?
Yes.
Yes, lots of advice. One of the things that I say is that when you're 20 years old, you can do anything you want. But as you start to mature and our face moves and gravity gets us, you sort of have to draw back in what nature took away. Or time took away from you. So wearing that eyeliner will shape your eye. It'll bring back that youth in your eye.
Oh, you can't see me?
No, it's a little foggy on my end. So make sure.
Oh, okay.
That's us. We're foggy.
If you guys can't see us, let us know and we'll try to fix this.
So putting eyeliner on top and bottom is going to recreate the shape of your eye as if you were 20 years old again.
Yeah, listen, and by the way, droopy lids and hooded lids is probably the most asked question I get. And there is a YouTube, I don't know if you can connect. I did a makeover for droopy lids or hooded lids, and it's on YouTube. So we will attach the link in this chat so you can get a full demonstration on it. Because one of the things I will tell you, if you have a droopy lid, if the lid is not as taut as it used to be, don't put anything light there.
No.
Use taupey colors. That's why I like that smoky quartz. Anything taupey or bronzy is going to create a recession, and
Right.
it's going to create the idea of the look of it looking like it's flatter.
Here's an analogy that I use. When you wear black, you look smaller and thinner. And when you wear white, you look larger.
Yeah.
So makeup's kind of the same way. Darker colors will recede. Lighter colors will sort of push forward.
Push forward,
Right.
or highlights.
Highlight,
So
right.
definitely wear taupey colors or bronzy colors, you know, grays, taupes. They go with everything in your wardrobe,
Mhm.
and they look great, and they will make your lid look more taut. So that's important. Oh, the link is already in the
Oh, it is.
chat.
Great. Thank you.
Chelsea's very handy dandy fast.
So I have a
Okay.
question. We're talking about older women, hooded eyes. What do you think about shimmer eyeshadow as you get older?
Nothing wrong with shimmer.
Nothing wrong.
Not a thing wrong with shimmer. In fact, sometimes matte shadows make you look more dry because they're so matte, they sort of exasperate the dryness
Right.
of a lid. It can't be frost. It should be a low level shimmer. So if you look at eyeshadows, some eyeshadows have a lot of frost in them, but some eyeshadows that have shimmer in them create a soft focus effect.
Yes, it does.
So I know a lot of women have been trained to think that it should be matte, but in fact, that Smoky Quartz is pearl. That Kajal pencil is pearl. Yeah.
You know, a long time ago, do you remember we did an eyeliner that had a little shimmer in it?
Oh, yeah.
And we did that because the eyeliner created with the shimmer in it, created the soft focus that you're talking about.
Are we still blurry?
My end, you are a little bit.
That's me and Laura, we're just blurry in
No.
general.
Are we blurry to everybody? Dara, Donna, are we blurry?
A little.
We look blurry?
You look fine there.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, let us know.
I think you might be a little closer to the camera than before. I think when you were a little bit
Should
further
we be
back.
closer or further
I don't
away?
know. I think the way Chelsea just did it.
Better?
That's better, okay.
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 Yes, much better. Okay.
So going back to the shimmer is great, but also I like sometimes a combination because I like that dimension, that in and out, if you will. So like a little matte, I like a little shimmer, a little highlighter on there, if you want to get creative. If you want to swipe your eye with, what do you say, one swipe to wonderful?
One swipe to wonderful.
Right, that works too.
And also I have the 3 E's. So I don't know how many of you are doing this, but eyebrow, eyeliner,
Mhm.
and eyelash. If you can try to remember the 3 E's. And that's the other thing. I think, you know, like I don't have much eyebrow anymore, but I used eyebrow before I came out. We have whatever you like. I don't care. You can use whatever you want, but fill in your eyebrow because a lot of us don't have the tail anymore. We've lost a lot of hair at the
Right.
beginning.
That frame.
And I want to tell you something. If you want to restore the look of youth, put on your eyebrow, even if your eyebrows aren't groomed, even if they haven't been shaped, just use it. We have something called Sculpt-n-Stay. We'll put a link to it. I use dark brown, which is really medium brown. I don't know why we named it dark brown, but it's from medium brown to dark brown. But we have universal colors in there, like a taupe and a blonde. It's so easy, and there's a clear gel on the other side that once you put it on, you put the clear gel and it grooms the brow in place so that your brow never comes off. It's these simple things that you
Yes.
avoid because you
Yes.
think my brows don't look good, I'm not going to bother to shape them.
Right.
But to me, those 3 E's are critical. Any other questions right now?
What is the best makeup tip for women over 80?
That's a really
That's a
great
great
question.
question.
Creamy, creamy, creamy,
Right.
dewy, dewy, dewy.
Right, nothing dry.
Nothing dry. So, you know, before you put makeup, don't use powders on your face for foundation. Use creamy foundations, things that are malleable so that your face moves. Use creamy concealers. Use soft shimmers on your eyelid. And for anybody,
Yes.
and by the way, this is not just 80. This is anybody, I would have to say for 50 plus. If I had
Wow.
to tell you my most important tip is if you can get liner, brow, and even if you put fake lashes, I don't care, fake lashes. I mean, when I put fake lashes on, when I go on camera and I put fake lashes on, I look 10 years younger. I'm telling you. But tonight I don't have fake lashes. I have mascara. So I would tell you put a lot of coats of mascara. It's creating shape. You know, it's funny. One of my tips, I'm sorry if I'm boring Johnny because he knows this already.
No.
One of my tips is that when you're making yourself up, here's what you should be thinking about. Not if it's a pretty eyeshadow color or pretty blush color or pretty lipstick color. You should be thinking about the shape, bringing back shape to your eye, shape to your cheekbone, and shape to your mouth. So if you're taking shortcuts and not doing it, you're not going to get that shape back for a mature face. So lip liner, like I'm lazy, so sometimes I don't do it. But when I do lip liner, my lips look 10 times bigger. So if you really are going somewhere and you need to pull out all the stops, don't take a shortcut.
But you know, one of the things as you're doing that and you're creating all those shapes, one of the most important things to do is color coordinating, harmonizing. You know, you're planning your outfit, your top matches your bag, matches your shoes. Your makeup should do the same thing.
Absolutely.
Your shadows, your blushes, your lips should color coordinate. And that's what that means to you. Your neutral palettes, your blue palettes, your gray palettes, whatever that is, and match your wardrobe. So that really makes you, that enhances your look. And I don't think, Laura, that there's a difference between 50 and 80. I just don't want to
No,
put
there isn't a difference.
No, I don't want to put anybody in a box like that.
No, and everybody's complexion is different. You
Right.
know, I mean, to me, as I've gotten older, I'm 63. So as I gotten older, my skin.
Looking good, by the way.
I know.
Hello.
So I was going to say, when I was younger, my skin was oily and I dreamed of, like my son complains, my skin's so oily. I'm like, just remember, because I'm
Right.
not going to be here one day when your skin is dry. And I want you to hear it from me now.
Right.
It's what keeps you looking youthful. So please moisturize and please use creamy things on your face.
Can we show them the most fabulous foundation on earth? You're talking about creamy foundations, Balance-n-Brighten. I think they need to see it.
Okay.
Before we jump into that,
Oh.
Mitzi wants to know, how about under eye bags?
Oh, well, bags are a whole nother story, Mitzi.
Right.
Mitzi, bags, don't put concealer on them because it will highlight them. So if you have puffiness under your eyes and you're thinking concealer is going to help, it's not.
No.
So you want to stay away from anything to exasperate the bag. So leave it alone. Put your, if you wear foundation, if you wear it, put it all over your face and over your bag, over the puffiness under the eye, the bag, whatever you want to call it. But don't highlight it by putting concealer.
Right.
Because it will absolutely exasperate it. That is the antithesis of my problem. I have deep set under eyes with dark circles. And so I'm a big concealer user. We have a concealer that's called the Real Deal Advanced. It's very creamy and a little goes a long way.
But you know what you were saying though? Recreate the focus. If you have bags under your eyes or puffiness under your eyes, if you will, that's part of the reason to wear eyeliner. So you're going to enhance the parts of your face that you love. So draw that line around your eye. It'll take away.
Take away the focus.
It takes away the focus, right? It refocuses
Brilliant.
everybody's eye. May not refocus your eye, but everybody who's looking at you, trust me, it will.
Sorry,
That's-
guys, you're a little blurry still on mine.
I'm
gonna
still
try
blurry?
wiping the camera.
Oh
Maybe.
yeah.
Let's see if that is a little better. It's so
Wow.
weird. It's a little.
I have a chamois cloth that you gave me for the
I
camera.
just
Maybe
wanna
we're
make
better blurry though. I
sure-
don't know.
But it's fine on your end. Is everyone else having the same? Are they look a little blurry?
It's better now.
It's better.
The lighting
Okay.
is good.
No, it might be in the settings, but it's better when you just did that and when they were just a little further away, it looks fine. It looks
Okay.
good.
Okay, we'll sit
So
back.
Johnny, I have a question. You're going to talk about the foundation and the blush next.
Blush and foundation.
Yeah.
I'm
Foundation
gonna
and
hold this
blush.
up. This
So
is
do you put it
something
on the brush or the sponge, or do you put it on your hand? I mean, what's the best way to
I'm
apply?
gonna show you. But this is something that Laura created, oh my God, how many years? 25 years ago
Yeah.
or more. And I have to tell you, as a makeup artist, I have the ability to use anything that I want. And I don't have to love everything in Laura Geller. You know what I'm saying? But I cannot live without this. This is what we were talking about, creamy. You want to describe what this is?
So on QVC, the biggest charge that I get from my buyers is what's new. You have to come up with something new. So I had gotten a submission of this item and I was using it every day on my face. And one day when I pulled it out, I was like, what the heck is this? One of my distributors sent it to me. And I called him and I said, what am I using that's making my skin look so good? And he said, this is actually an item made in Italy. And I was like, well, I don't get it. Like, and he's like, I can't describe it. Let's go. So we went to Italy, and we went to this town in Italy to find out that they make these baked foundations, baked blushers, so many things that I have in my line. And it's 6 different color pigments mixed together, but they start their lives as a cream and they're baked for 24 hours. So while it goes on quick and easy like a powder does, it's not powdery.
That's what I love
looking.
about it.
It's creamy looking. So it's quick and easy, but it's not drying to the skin, which is why everybody loves this. It is not heavy coverage. So if you're looking for heavy coverage, there's a foundation we sell called Double Take, which is also baked, which when I go on air, I'll often use. But for my everyday makeup, I use Balance-n-Brighten.
Right. If you ask any,
In there,
Hmm?
in the chat, I'll put a link.
thank you.
We'll put the link.
If you ask any professional makeup artist what the finest finish known to mankind in the makeup world, it's cream.
Yeah.
Because that gives you this. You're looking, so Laura created something that actually gives you that finish of cream. It works like a cream, but it's an easy to use formula that's baked.
Yeah. So any brush, any powder brush, it doesn't matter which one. I literally just go like this and I go like this, and I have what I call natural coverage.
Mhm.
If you want more coverage out of it, you can use a denser brush, like a tighter brush, and dip it in. And when it's more concentrated, you can get it to cover like hyperpigmentation. What's that noise? Oh, talking about noise, that's probably my dog. But anyway, so I mean, you can get more coverage out of it, but it's a very natural coverage. To me, I just want everybody to know that my gals that live in Florida, I hear this all the time. They live for this because it's like you can go in extreme heat and it doesn't break down, and it doesn't feel asphyxiating on the skin.
And if you think about your skin is, did you say this? Forgive me, but you're not one color.
No.
Right. And so our skin is not one color. So what Laura created here was there's up to 6 pigments that are in here. And somehow it's this magical makeup that blends and melds and makes everything evens out all of your skin tones.
Yeah.
So that's part of the magic of this. And it's so easy to use. And again, no powder.
Yeah.
I would never use powder on my face ever.
No, it's not.
Since you
powder.
just mentioned since you mentioned the brushes, how often should you be replacing your brushes?
Just wash them in a
Just
little
never.
antibacterial.
Yeah, never.
Just a little antibacterial soap and clean them. I was in TJ Maxx the other day and they had a little brush thing that you can use. You go back and forth on it like a
Like
A
mat,
mat.
where you can clean it.
where you can clean back and forth, and then you just put them back into shape with your hand and they'll come clean.
I got to tell you, good old fashioned shampoo and dishwashing liquid, that does the trick too.
Yeah, that's true.
It does a little hair conditioner.
From April. When
April.
will your foundation or spackle have sunscreen?
No.
We do have something that has sunscreen, but it's out of stock right now, better than there.
Oh, yes. So we did do a makeup primer with sunscreen, but we're not doing it right now. We are going to work towards something. There is a foundation that was online. It has not been launched yet on QVC. I don't know what she wants, so maybe you could, my son's coming to the rescue because my Gigi is talking to us and we don't know what she wants. So it's called Better Than Bare Foundation. It's an SPF 50. I'm wearing it under my Balance-n-Brighten. It's very creamy. It has great coverage. It's SPF 50 plus. I have been waiting for this for over 20 years. We just did a silent, quiet launch on laurageller.com and it's sold out.
Sold out.
But when are we, I don't even know when we're launching it on QVC. It's going to go crazy. So to me, that will be the sunscreen foundation that we offer. But the spackle foundation, the spackle we had, I didn't like it with the SPF.
You know, there's a lot to be said for makeup with SPF in it, and I believe in it, and I agree with Laura,
Yeah.
and I think it's brilliant. But also, there's a lot to be said for put your SPF on and then put your makeup over it, so that your SPF
Yeah.
is designed to absorb into your skin, and your makeup sort of sits over it. There's a good argument for
Yes.
both of them.
Yes. I mean, it doesn't matter. There's so many good brands out there that do great SPFs.
Lynn wants to know, does it even out freckled skin?
Lynn, in answer to your question, the Better Than Bare, oh my God. Is that the one she's asking about, or
No,
Balance
just
and
in
Brighten?
general.
Just in general.
In general.
Well, it depends. I mean, it depends what you're looking for. Lynn, if you need heavy coverage to cover, if you're trying to cover hyperpigmentation and freckles, double take foundation. Really,
I'll put it in the chat.
we'll put the link in the chat. It's got a sponge in the compact. You can use a brush with it, but it is the lazy girl guide to
Right.
heavy coverage, but it
Right.
doesn't feel heavy on the skin. This will cover freckles. I mean, we have these kabuki brushes. I always say, hold the barrel of the kabuki, dip it into the balance, and go like this, you know, do a stippling if you want to cover.
Right.
But if you want like to swipe it on and be covered, it's double take.
You know, but can I say something about freckles? I happen to love freckles. I think they're really hot.
Yeah,
I
you
think they're
always say
sexy.
that.
I like them. I don't know why you want to
They're
cover
trendy
them.
right now.
It's okay. They're trendy. Exactly.
They
They're
are
trendy.
trending.
I mean, maybe you want to tone them down with the coat of the foundation, but they're part of your beauty. They really are to me.
Yeah, I wouldn't, I mean, I'm not about covering what you are and who you are. So
Yeah.
that, but if it bothers you, I
Right.
understand,
Of
then
course.
you've got something to cover it.
But maybe having said that, that'll give you a new take on it. Who
Yeah.
knows?
We
Absolutely.
have a question from Kim. Is it best to use a thicker or thinner brush for the foundation?
You know what?
No.
I have to tell you, when I use foundation, I use like my fingers, or we do have foundation brushes. By the way, they do make a difference.
Yeah.
I'm a little lazy, so I forget to use them, but the foundation brushes do use a foundation brush.
How
Don't
quick
be
do you,
lazy.
how quick do you want to apply it? That's the answer.
Yeah.
You know what
The
I mean?
foundation buffs it into the skin,
It
and it
does.
always looks more
It
professional.
does. It's gorgeous.
But sometimes when I'm in a rush, I just use my fingers, or I'll use those disposable sponges, those
Yeah.
non-latex sponges, and I'll just put it on with a sponge. But the foundation brushes, there's a reason why they make them.
That's true. But I do, and of all these years, of all the tools that they have, you know me, I always pick up a disposable sponge.
Yeah.
And because I can keep throwing them out, and so they're antibacterial, you can just keep tossing them, and I love the cleanliness of them. I do.
Yes.
And you get a beautiful finish.
You
Like
do.
anything else, you have to work with something for a while to get the hang of it.
Absolutely.
We have
Yeah.
a question from Linda. How do
Yeah.
we get guidance on foundation color? For example, choosing between porcelain or fair.
It's a hard
Got it.
one.
It's a good
No,
one.
it's a hard one, because if
Yeah.
I can't see you, we have a foundation guide on laurageller.com. I
We
think.
do. We have something called Foundation Finder, and we also have an Ask a Pro where you can send in, you can fill out some
Oh, right, we
questions
do.
and then attach your photo, and then within 48 hours, someone will respond back to you for the shade and the foundation that you were looking for.
Right.
Okay, so
Oh,
we
too.
do have, can you put the link in there?
I can put the link. So when you click on one of our foundations, something will pop up underneath the price. It will say, do you know your shade? Ask the pros or try our shade finder. So you'll just click that link and it'll prompt you to add your email address. There's a few steps to answer some questions, and then attach a picture of yourself, preferably without makeup on, for them to review. And then
Right.
our team will match you 24 to 48 hours based on the answers you provided in the questionnaire.
Okay.
You know, I think that's a fabulous tool.
I don't know if you heard Chelsea talking over there, but just click it on.
Right, exactly. But you know, also that foundation shades sometimes, depending on your skin, are time of the year.
I change.
Yeah,
So in the summer, I'm golden medium.
right.
But when and because I'm outdoors a lot in the summer, but I'll go to a regular medium in my Balance-n-Brighten or in my double take. And then if I want to look darker, I'll wear golden medium all year round, just because our foundations are so forgiving that you
Right.
can cheat and wear a
Right.
deeper. You can wear a
Right.
light. You can go one up lighter or one up darker and
Right.
still look okay.
But that's why you love Balance-n-Brighten so much, because there's a range. If you're a medium, there's a light medium, a medium medium, a dark medium. That one foundation covers so many skin tones, and you may not have to change.
Yeah, you may
And
not.
question for you, when you do change, does that also change your blush and lip color?
No,
Or-
No,
No,
no.
not at all. No. Although I have to say, hello, I have to say, as I'm getting older, like blush, I have to go to a richer color.
Yeah, yeah.
Like blush, I want blush to show up on you. So let's talk about blush for a minute. For those of you who are tuning into today, if you're 50 plus, I'm going to tell you right now, put on a blush with a pop of color. If you're putting on blush that's pale, don't even bother putting it on. The thing that makes us look younger is putting on a pop of color, just even in the apple of the cheek, just like smile and putting it on the round part of the face.
Look what a difference that made, Laura. It just like perked your whole face up.
I mean, I don't know if they can see that
I don't know.
on a Zoom call.
There you go.
But then also when you're saying a pop of color, but then also earlier someone had asked, is there a trick on finding your cheekbones, or is it more important to do a pop of color?
It's both. So one of the things I always talk about is when you put blush on, you should be putting blush on to bring out the shape of your cheekbones. So I always say, do it along your cheekbone, like an inverted V. So if you don't know where to put it and you do that fish face, you're going to put it on that bone and bring it up into the temple a little bit, like that inverted V. But if you're in a hurry and you're doing what I do, the Lazy Girl Guide to Makeup, I literally will dip it in. And this is a baked blush. So it has the same technology as that Balance-n-Brighten. It looks like powder, but it's really a cream. And sometimes I'll smile and I'll just put it on the apples of my cheeks. There is nothing that will make you look more youthful and young than putting on a pop of color. And I have to tell you, we have a lot of blushes in our line. This one, Sunlit Rose, there's very few that like show up on me anymore. My skin absorbs color for some reason. This one gives me that pop.
And here's a great Laura mantra. This mantra is one of my favorites. I don't do makeup without it. When you're all said and done, what's ever left on your brush, okay, just swipe it through your eyes, right on top of your eye makeup. Now you have that color coordination. Now you have that harmony. And now that beautiful pinkish color is beautiful in your eyes.
Yeah. So whatever's left on the brush, just swipe. And if you didn't do eyeshadow,
right,
you know, just wipe it across your lid, but make sure you have liner on because you're going to look ridiculous with blush on your lid without liner.
I don't know about you, but I think those things we just did without anything else, made a big difference.
Yeah. I mean, I can't see what you're seeing on your end, but I'm a big proponent of, do we have the Timeless Cream Blush on laurageller.com? We're going to take a look. There's something that I have that we launched recently.
We do have a question.
Yes.
From Shelley. Any way to camouflage nasal labial folds?
And it's hard. That's hard to do, those nasal labial folds.
Concealer.
Concealer,
Maybe.
but you know what? The only problem with that, Shelley, is that sometimes you put concealer on and it settles into the line after, and it may actually make it look more. To Johnny's point earlier, focus on another feature that you have. If you've got a great brow, play up that brow. Like I use my Sculpt-n-Stay in my brow because when I put a brow on and take my time to put it on and make it really good, the focus is going to be here and it's not going to be on my nasal labial fold.
And if you don't, and if you want to be around that area, lip liner. Lip liner really sculpt your lips. So you give them this gorgeous shape and nobody's going to be looking at your nasal labial folds.
Yeah. It's hard. Like,
for Johnny, do you line your lips first and then put the lipstick, or do you?
Yes, both Laura and I like to line the lips and fill your whole lip in with the lip liner and then put the lipstick over it. So that it gives it even more staying power and it gives it more of a pop of color and it gives it shape.
Yeah. I'm always amazed because remember I said I was the Lazy Girl Guide to Makeup. So a lot of times I forget to do lip liner. But when I take my time, and I always say, sit down when you do your makeup because you'll take more time when you do your makeup if you're sitting because you're more relaxed. When I do the lip liner, I'm always like, why am I not doing this all the time? Like, it's the only way you can cheat making your lips look fuller. Lipstick doesn't even do it.
No.
And don't try to do it with lipstick.
No, because it'll bleed.
It'll bleed and feather. But lip liner, especially transfer proof lip liners like these, you can cheat.
Dar wants to know, and should the lipstick be the exact same shade as the lip liner?
No. It should be in the same family.
Two of us are always on the same page.
Yeah,
we really are.
Yeah, no, it's a great question though.
It is.
I think it needs to be in the same family. If I had to say anything, maybe a little deeper,
Yeah,
the
a
lip
little
liner
deeper.
should be a drop deeper.
But I think you said it all in the same family, the same tone.
Yeah.
You know what
I mean, yeah, the same tone. I mean, I wouldn't use like a rose lip liner and then like a russet lipstick.
It took me many years to get my mother out of a bad habit. She used to use a brown eyeliner on her lips and then foundation. Do you remember that look?
Oh God.
Oh,
please.
But-
I never did that look, but I've had friends who
Yeah,
done
my
that
mother
look.
did that look for a long time.
We
Yeah.
do have the Timeless Skin Cream Compact Blush on the website.
Do we have that color called cherry?
Classic Rouge and Forever
Classic
Peach.
Rouge. So for those of you who like creamy things, there's a Timeless Skin Compact Blush in Classic Rouge. We will put the link. You just dip your finger in there and go like this, and you get a pop of color.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
When I'm lazy and I just do a little, I really need a pop, I'll use that Classic Rouge for my blush.
I put the link in the chat.
Oh, thank you, Chelsea.
Donna
Okay.
wants to know what color lip liner and lipstick is Laura wearing now?
Oh, okay, so that's
Yeah.
easy. This is the lip liner. Wait, I gotta see. I need glasses too.
I'll tell you.
I don't know. I can't imagine.
It's
What is that
called-
called?
Happy Hazelnut lip liner. I'll show it to you, everybody.
And the lip is a leaf.
And it's a transfer resistant lip liner.
Put it on your hand.
Let me put the color on my hand. I got so excited. By the way, this is one of the newer ones for us, so you could see the
And
color.
Here's the lip.
And then the lip is called
Elite.
Elite. And I'll show you. So
And you'll see about the coordination, the same family, same tone. The lipstick's a little lighter, the liner is a little deeper, but they're the same tone, so they give you that lip. I
yeah.
think you need lipstick on.
Yeah, I did the lip liner, but I
Right.
didn't do the lipstick.
Right.
So the lip liner's all over my mouth before I started, and now adding the lipstick. So, and it's easier to put the lipstick on once you've done the
Yeah.
lip liner because
You have the shape.
you have the shape already. So if you want to cheat making your lips look fuller, I'm telling you right now, do that lip
That
liner.
looks good.
It looks good.
I like that.
All
Yeah.
products are in the chat.
All the products are in the chat, so do not worry,
And
everything's
we can
there.
send them after to Donna and Dara so they all have.
Okay, great.
Just so they have it every.
That's terrific. That's great. I mean, by the way, thank you for all these questions. They're so helpful for me because, sometimes I'm saying something and I don't know if I'm really imparting a great tip for you or giving you something that you never heard of before because I'm so used to talking about it. So I want to make sure I'm being as helpful as I can. Both of us do. So,
I do, but I have to tell you something. I know Laura, years, a lot of years, more.
Yeah, shush.
Ish. We're not talking about
Yeah.
that, but a lot, 20 plus. And
much more.
and I know she's going to hate to hear this, but I don't really care. She still fascinates me. I still listen to her.
Thank you very
She still
much.
says things to me that I go, really? And they work.
Yeah,
So
thank you
there you
very
go.
much.
That's why the line is as successful as it is, because Laura has, I guess we say, the real woman's intent.
Well,
right?
because I am no different than anybody
You're right.
else.
Right, there you go.
I mean, no, I may be a makeup artist, but I know, what nobody wants to fuss anymore. We're not living that lifestyle. I'm in elastic pants all the time, my black pants. I got to be comfortable. Who am I kidding? But but let's face it, when I run out, I'll pull my hair back in a ponytail. But as long as my face is properly put together, at least I feel pulled together,
Right.
Lynn wants to know, are both of you wearing mascara?
Well,
Right, here we
I'm
go.
wearing a couple layers of mascara. Yes, I'm
right.
wearing a couple layers. I did not use fake lashes tonight. But when I take my time and I put my mascara on, yes, it makes all the difference. Now, Johnny will tell you what he's wearing.
Right. And I wear lash extensions because I want to, and I like them.
Because
and
you
they
can.
look good, and I can. So I love them, and I wear them all the time, and they just enhance my eyes a little bit, and they're fun.
Yeah, and again, it goes back to like if they're dark, there's nothing like doing a dark lash
Mhm.
or dark liner against a lighter eye.
Right.
So for those of you listening, I'm telling you right now, black mascara.
Yeah.
Don't even waste your time on brown.
Right.
I
No.
think you may be saying, "Oh, I like brown. It's softer."
No, a little eyeliner on top. The kajal works for you. Put a couple of coats of mascara. Curl your lashes.
Yeah, curl your lashes.
Laura's a big
if you
fan of
can,
that.
if you can.
Yeah, but curling lashes, if you lift them, it opens your eye. And you talk about those droopy eyes or hooded eyelids. Curl your lashes a little
Yeah,
bit.
curl them up.
It really
Kay,
does
what are
help.
you talking about over there, Kay? What are you saying to each other? I could read lips over there. I would love to be in each of your houses to
Right.
hear just what you're thinking over there. Pam, what are you thinking, Pam? I caught you, Pam. Mitzi, what are you doing, Mitzi, over there with your hands?
Okay. Am I
What?
talking now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Your green. Okay. My sister has hooded eyelids, and she came in just after you spoke about that. And I was telling her about what you had said. And I can't remember the color. What color is she supposed to get?
So anything taupey, like bronzy or taupey, it should be on the darker, smokier side. Do not use light colors on the eyelid. The light color belongs under the brow, very high up, to make it look, your brow look lifted. But everything from your lash line past the crease,
yes,
almost up to your brow, should be bronzed or taupey. Yeah, so I recommended this Smoky Quartz pencil, this Kajal pencil. The only issue, Kay, the only issue.
I remember now. Thank you.
The only issue, Kay, is for your sister. This pencil, when you put it on, because it's meant to be a liner, it's kind of on the drier side. So
when you have to blush, put it in quickly.
Immediately take your finger and blend out the edges. And if you get stuck, you can clean it with like a little concealer or foundation or makeup remover if it comes out on the skin. But once you put this color on your whole lid, and I bring mine up high to make it look like my eyes more open, I'm telling you, this thing doesn't come off until you are ready to take it off. It's insane.
Okay.
All right. Good to know.
Thank you.
One more question before we pick the winner. So Kim said, love Johnny's lips too. Is he wearing two different shades from top and bottom?
No, I actually have nothing on my lips. I just have a lot of pigment, natural pigment in my lips. But thank you for saying that. I'll take all the compliments in the world. But no, I'm not wearing anything.
See that.
We're going to mute Kay.
Do we want to pick 3 winners?
Yeah, we'll pick 3 winners, and then we'll tell everyone about the discount code and the generosity of Laura for our tournament.
I'm excited.
So.
Sorry, I had lipstick on my teeth. Okay, you know the trick for that. Okay.
So, Sarah, you want me to, I'm going to go ahead and just tell everybody, we're starting an online hybrid, either in-person or online Mahjong tournament tomorrow through November 1st. And Laura Geller's been very generous in offering a discount, 50% discount on the tournament fees. So we really appreciate you supporting it. Percentage of the proceeds from the tournament will go to Cancer and Careers, cancerandcareers.org. It's an amazing organization, as Laura described before. She is on the board, but they start from the first diagnosis you have all the way through. It's for professionals, working men and women. I think they give legal, financial support, help you to return to work, even how to tell your boss that you have cancer. They do free resume services. So it's an amazing organization. We're very happy to be able to donate, and anyone who's playing in the tournament will be part of that donation, which is great. Anyone who attended the Zoom call tonight will have 20% off Laura Geller with the code Mahjong20. And that code is good through November 15th. So again, thank you for your generosity. Really appreciate it.
Our pleasure.
So we need you to pick 3 numbers, right there. Let's get there to unmute.
3 numbers from 1 to 33. I wrote everyone's name down who's here. And if Laura and Johnny pick the numbers, I will just announce it, and then we will ask them to email us. I'll type our email in the chat.
Okay, I'm going to pick one, then I'm going to have Johnny, then we're going to come back to me.
Okay.
So 22.
Okay. Keep going.
17.
Okay.
And 2, number 2.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, so
all the very significant numbers in both of our lives.
Drum roll, please. 22 is Sharon Barenfield. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. So Sharon, can you confirm that you're still on?
I am still on. Thank you so much.
And then, wait, did you say 22 or 32?
22.
Okay, just checking. And then Marilyn Schwartz was the next number that you mentioned. Marilyn, are you still here?
I don't see her.
Marilyn's not here. Okay.
We'll do one more number. That's why we're calling them out.
Oh, pick a different number now?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to pick one?
Yeah, 13.
Oh, lucky 13 is Leslie and I wrote it really messy, Hadelman.
Yes.
Oh, she's there. There's Leslie.
Yes, Leslie.
Yay.
Leslie Handelman.
Leslie
Yay,
Handelman.
Leslie.
Leslie's
And then number 2, drum roll, is Dana Young.
Dana, are you here?
Dana was here.
Dana's here. I mean, I.
Yep.
see her.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dana said yay. So
Oh.
Dana and the 3 names that we called, if you could email, I put it in there, modernmahjong@gmail.com, and then we'll email you back to privately get your addresses if we don't have
How
them.
sweet. I love this.
And they're
Oh my
gonna win
God.
3 amazing Laura Geller products. So it's the Spackle Hydrate, the best of the best baked palette, and the Modern Classic Lipstick in Divine.
And then they have to take a picture and share it on our Facebook page.
Yes, absolutely.
Perfect. Perfect.
That'd be great.
So we have been getting so many, I don't know, some people rather message privately. They don't want to message to everyone. Just wanted to tell you that they have been saying how approachable and interactive and down to earth and informative this has been. They loved meeting you both. And really that's what our Zooms have been all about. It's been just kind of like hanging out with friends and learning about usually Mahjong, but tonight's been great to learn about makeup.
No, thank you so much. It was such a pleasure for us to be here for everybody. And
Yes.
listen, it's not the last time that you'll hear from us, so you can always ask questions. And you can come to me at, I don't know how many of you do Instagram, or I'm on Instagram at Laura J. Geller. So you can always ask me questions there.
Yep.
That's my personal page, and I'm happy to, people DM me all the time. So that's what this looks like. That's my page. I don't know if you
Oh,
can
we
see
got
it.
it. Yeah. And when will you be on QVC next?
I am on, I will tell you, I have a show coming up. I was just on last night, and I have a show coming up on
No.
Friday,
Friday we have a hit, but November 1st is our next show.
November 1st. Look at Johnny knowing. Okay, November
Right.
1st from 1 to 2 p.m.
That's our next show.
is my
And-
next show.
And that's going to have lots of holiday goodies in it and great deals that should be watched. But on a personal note, if I could say, I feel honored and privileged to be here. So thank
I feel
you.
the same way.
Aw, thank
Thank
you.
you for having us, and good luck to all of you in the tournament. I wish you all the best.
Thank
I
you.
hope you all win.
And Darren, my mission now is to teach Laura and Johnny how to play Mahjong.
Yes.
yes.
I'm telling you, I am that person. I am so OCD. Once I get started, it scares me to think. I'll
Oh, you
probably
love
not do anything else.
We'll have a Friday night Mahjong group of our own.
Oh my God, I
All right.
love it.
All right.
You're not going to tell a friend that I'm just going over to have coffee for 3 hours and do nothing, but you would say, oh, I'm going to play with, Mahjong with Johnny.
Sure.
100%.
Of course I would.
100%.
And your Fran Drescher loves it too. It's her new game.
I know she does. I know she does.
Yeah.
Donna
So
and
thank you
Tara,
again.
thank you so much for hosting this tonight.
Thank
And
you.
Have a
all of
wonderful
you
evening.
wonderful people.
Thank you.
Thank you for accepting us and opening up your evening to us. It means the world to us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys. Have a
Bye,
good
I
night.
love you.
Night.
Thank you.
Bye,
Bye,
everybody.
everybody.
Bye.